7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother. What we do here is go back.
Hey everybody, it's Steven Jensen and Jessi Davin doing a prediction stream for NXT Takeover 31 coming up tomorrow night on the WWE Network. So, like I said, all the predictions coming right here from me and Jessi. If you want your voice heard, if you want your predictions out there, if you have any questions, anything at all, make sure, as always, to send a super chat. Any amount will get you your question or comment or whatever you want read out. And donations work as well. We have a donation link right underneath in the description of this video. So you have either option there. As you all know, when me and Jessi are doing these predictions, it's generally a shorter stream, so probably an hour to an hour and a half tops. And we just go from the bottom of the card to the top of the card. So that's why the super chats and donations are important in these kind of episodes, because as we're rolling, we're going to be paying attention to the conversation and the picks that we're making. But if we see super chats and donations, we'll stop on a dime and get those addressed for y'all. So with all that being said, Jessi, how you doing today?
I'm so comfortable, Steven. I'm so comfortable. I finally got my snoogle. You can't really see it, just disappears. But it is literally this giant body pillow that I had last time I was pregnant, and it's like the best thing ever because I get really bad round ligament pain because I'm a little person. I am like 5'3", 5'4" on a really good day. So yeah, so my stomach is already causing me a lot of problems. And you know what? I need to talk to my doctor. This is kind of TMI. But I had a hernia in my lower abdomen that I got repaired, and I can feel the mesh like ripping. So that hurts. And it's like right on my round ligament. So yeah, so this pillow kind of helps alleviate the like gravity on my bump. And I slept so good last night. So I am in a very good mood today. I am so like well rested and zen and comfortable. So I am in a different location, but you can't tell. So if there's like an echo, I do apologize. Is there an echo? You know,
I
like
think it sounds good. I think it sounds good.
okay, okay, good, because I do have headphones in. So yeah, I'm doing good. Ready for this seemingly impromptu feeling takeover, but doing happy things. So how are you?
I'm good. I did a live chat with my friend Doug last night here on YouTube. We talked for about 4 hours. That was like we started at like 10:30 my time. So yeah, that went late. That was fun though. Like doing those conversations. Today's UFC. They got a show later tonight, headlined by Holly Holm versus Irene Aldana. So that should
Ooh.
be a good free show on ESPN or ESPN Plus, wherever that's airing. And there's also Black Label Pro TurboGrafx 16 going on right now on IWTV. They're doing a double header today. So there's a show going on right now, and then there's like a second half of that tournament. I think it's a tournament style going on a little later tonight. So a lot of good wrestling, a lot of good fighting, and yeah, can't complain. Gonna probably do a crock pot whenever my brother gets off work, so I might hear him bust through the door sometime during this podcast. But yeah, I don't even know what we're doing today yet. I just told him, I was like, yo, we don't have a game plan. Like, just pick something up. Like, whatever you see at the store that looks good, let's throw it in the crock pot, and we'll just do that. So,
Win.
yeah. So, yeah, should be a good day. But I'm definitely looking forward to Takeover, even though, like you said, it's an impromptu kind of show. Like, it kind of came out of nowhere. But I think, although the builds for the stuff haven't been very long, the actual in-ring action should be really good. There's a lot of good matches.
Yeah, there are a lot of good matches. I'm actually looking forward to it. On the thumbnail, I didn't put Kushida versus the Dream because I don't want to put Dream on my thumbnail. So
Understandable.
sorry.
Understandable.
But yeah, so that is also a match on there. So don't think I didn't see that. I did. There's a reason why I didn't put it on the thumbnail. But yeah, just see, like, even going through the card and just kind of looking at it and seeing the slight build, I guess. There's a lot of like, and just kind of going through predictions in my own head, there's a lot of ways they could go with this. So it's pretty interesting. So
yeah, for sure. And also, everyone who's watching this, thank y'all so much. The channel is at 10,000
yes.
subscribers, so that's pretty amazing. That happened, like, I think last week when we turned the show off, me and Jesse looked at it and we were like 80 or so away. That was earlier. That was on like Tuesday of this week. We were at like 80 away, and today over 100, over 10,000, which was roughly 100 new subscribers since Tuesday. So I mean, we really appreciate that, y'all.
Definitely, really super duper appreciate it. And like Steven said, if you want to get your prediction in, if you want to have your input in the show, please do super chat or use the Streamlabs tip link in the description. Really does help us out, and we just cannot thank you guys enough for 10,000. We plan on doing a giveaway. We didn't realize it was gotta be this soon, so we're still kind of brainstorming. If you guys have any ideas of what you would love to put in the giveaway, then please let me know. We did just get a super chat. Jamie Kelly, thank you so much. Jesse and Demon Diva collab hype super chat. Yes, me and Demon Diva are thinking about doing like some kind of sort of collab on OnlyFans. Not that kind of collab, not what you're thinking, but
oh damn it. Well then what?
Well, because we're in quarantine, but like a calendar, kind of pin-up calendar kind of thing. That would be a lot of fun. So I mean, and she's right here. So, and also I got a notification that something was delivered to you. I don't know if it was. I hope it was. I didn't want to require a signature on it, but yes. So you should have gotten something yesterday morning. It said it was
talking about me or Issa?
Issa.
Where are my cookies at?
They got ate up. They got ate up.
You ate the cookies before you sent them to me?
No, I didn't eat them.
Oh, I remember Scarlett ate all the icing off at the top of all those cookies the other day too. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of so yeah. Anyways.
Okay.
So I have to make more, but I will. And I also got I'm gonna send you some stuff. So.
Okay, cool. And just so y'all know, as far as like the giveaway, I already have some autographed 8x10s and some action figures and stuff. So there's like a few things that I already know we can throw in the box for y'all, but we're working on talking to some pretty cool like companies and stuff about maybe some what I consider to be some pretty big things, hopefully. So
Yeah.
yeah. Well, so yeah, we'll have more about that soon, about like kind of what that's going to look like. But yeah, we'll pick either one person or maybe a handful of people with some different prizes and stuff. But and also, Issa, make sure Roman is nice and featured on that calendar, because Roman
Is
equals
that allowed
ratings.
on OnlyFans?
Your dog?
I don't know if that goes against.
Well, if it's like I'm talking about like a it's like a calendar. So like you're talking like a digital calendar type thing?
Well, I don't know. We it literally just happened like 30 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
Like the idea.
Well, I would say you just put Roman on the cover then, and it's like the two of y'all much larger than Roman, but he's still there because like Roman's a ratings draw of
The royal pillow.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you feature Roman in that scenario, but I feel like you got to get him in there. By the way, we're talking about Issa's dog, not Roman Reigns. I gotta probably clarify that. But yeah. But yeah, that'd be cool if y'all do something. I think that'd be awesome, the two of y'all.
Yeah. I don't know how it would work with me being pregnant right now. We'd probably have to wait, which would suck because I don't plan on being like unpregnant by the new year, but we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
I mean, people are into pregnant people, so.
That's the thing.
So, but anyways, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Me and her got to get some brainstorming going, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, Issa saying no, Roman Reigns can join. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you would
Oh,
really
yeah.
like that, Issa.
Oh no, WWE would come in and say, no way, we're gonna take some of that. We're gonna take some of that revenue. That's what they would do.
Yeah, true. It's happening to them right now.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that on a not prediction show, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think this is probably a good time to start the predictions then.
Yeah.
So
Super chats are welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you for that super chat, Jamie. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes,
Appreciate
thank you,
it.
Jamie. So I'll get these pulled up here. Short match list. Just have 5 matches. There's probably going to be
a pay-per-view.
Well, there's probably going to be a pre-show match or two, I'd imagine, also, that they haven't announced yet. But let's see. Obviously, we're going to talk about the title match last, so I guess I'll just start here and kind of move around. So in what I'm assuming will probably be like the opening match of the night, we have Santos Escobar defending the NXT Cruiserweight Championship against Isaiah Swerve Scott. This has obviously been built mainly on 205 Live, which honestly, 205 Live, like I know not a lot of people follow it, but they have really solid wrestling every week. Like I have to give that credit that there's a lot of talent on that show. There's not a whole lot of consequence to missing the show as a fan. But I will say that Santos Escobar and Legado del Fantasma and that stuff has been probably the most interesting storyline 205 Live has had in maybe ever, if not a really long time. Yeah, because it's like an actual story.
Ooh, that's good.
Because usually the Cruiserweight Championship and like 205 Live is treated more as just like a random like Tony Nese gets a shot, and then when I know Rich Swann is with the company anymore, but it'd be like TJP and Rich Swann and these guys, and they were always good matches, but it was like there wasn't much of a storyline. It was just kind of like this guy beat this guy, so now he's the number one contender. Like with Legado del Fantasma, there's like been an actual ongoing story. They had like this whole tournament that Santos Escobar won with the help of these masked men, and they've taken over the brand and yada yada. Anyways, Swerve's been the one guy who's been getting over on Legado del Fantasma. Like he has a pinfall victory over Santos Escobar in a tag team match from not that long ago. He almost beat Escobar recently and stuff as well. So it's like this has been building for a while between these two, and it's been one of the best builds as far as cruiserweights go in a long time, in my opinion. And I'm going to predict Swerve to win the belt here because he's had a few chances, and I feel like this should be the one. But I love Escobar as the champion though, so like this is honestly a win-win as a fan in my estimation. But I feel like if Swerve doesn't win the Cruiserweight title, they need to like give him like a spotlight in NXT or something, because he needs to be featured more than just a random guy on Raw Underground beating the ring or whatever. Like super talented guy. So I'm going with Swerve. What do you think here, Jessi?
Yeah, this is gonna come up a lot for me. I feel like in this takeover, I feel like Isaiah Scott or Swerve has almost kind of transcended, like he's especially transcended the cruiserweight division. He's almost transcended NXT as well. I really do feel like he could be on the main roster like immediately. I don't think it's going to happen. I think he's really talented. I think he's one of those people that just people kind of sleep on him, and I think that he's definitely extremely talented and deserves to be at least put on the spotlight on NXT. And if he's champion, does that happen? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that happens. So I do like Escobar as the champion. I think he's great. I don't really watch 205 Live, but through Twitter, I'm able to see small snippets of it. And from what I see and from what I read about, it's actually really fun. And I know that you watch it and all that stuff. And so, like, I'd like to see Swerve win. I'm gonna go with Swerve. I feel like he needs something, and perhaps him being cruiserweight champion will propel him to like a kind of a spotlight on NXT a little bit more. Maybe not. I don't know, but I think he deserves it. I really do. Even though Escobar's a really good champion, I feel like, Isaiah Swerve Scott is just as talented. It's going to be a really good match. People always sleep on these cruiserweight matches, but they're always great. They're always super fun. They're really great to watch. I'm looking forward to it.
Moving on, we have Kushida and Velveteen. So, what do you think about this one? I think the match will be solid, but like, what's your prediction of who do you think wins here? And obviously, we've talked about the Velveteen thing on our podcast enough, so like we know that kind of where both of our heads are with him in general. But as far as like this match is concerned, who do you think wins this one?
Kushida. Kushida has to win this. I just the whole thing with Velveteen Dream. I don't even know why. Like, I mean, this match just got like announced. It's like the most recent one, and it's kind of like, why? I don't really care. I like Kushida. I think Kushida is really talented. I used to really like Velveteen Dream. I think this will be a really, really fun match. But this is the match I am least looking forward to on the card, just because it feels like dramatic, just because Velveteen Dream is there. But I do feel like Kushida needed something to do. I mean, Kushida's great. I like Kushida. It gives him a spot on the card. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with him smashing Velveteen, not like that, but smashing and beating solidly Velveteen Dream. I'm just not looking really forward to this. I'm going to say Kushida wins solidly. Maybe there's a couple near falls that make your heart race a little bit, as is typical, because I feel like Velveteen Dream is pretty good at a near fall. However, I don't know. I feel like there has to be like some kind of shenanigans with this one. I don't know. They should have made it cool. They should have like added ladders or some shit. I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be a really good match. Kushida obviously is super talented. Like, he spent a lot of time in New Japan, and like that was during the time like he was getting really hot in New Japan. I guess around especially. Like, I was really, really into it around the time of, like, probably around the time that Nakamura was, like, headlining. Well, Nakamura went in these waves where he was, like, a totally different guy before and then became, like, the kind of wacky, like, guy that we know now with, like, the Michael Jackson mannerisms and all that stuff. That's around the time that I got into New Japan, like, heavy. And Kushida, was mainly used as like a cruiserweight level guy or a junior heavyweight guy over there. And like, but he was always so good. And then you could see that they were at the time that he signed with WWE, you could tell that they were really, really getting behind him as far as like being one of the legit top people in the company. So when he signed with WWE, I was a little bit bummed because I was like, oh damn, like you might have been able to like transcend similar to Kenny Omega. He was always a junior heavyweight, and then he transcended that, became a heavyweight. And same with like Finn Balor. He was like a junior guy, but like could wrestle the heavyweights and stuff like that. So like Kushida was like right there. So when he signed with WWE, I was a little bummed, but I was like, well, but if they treat him kind of like how they treated Nakamura in NXT, like a huge deal, this could work out really well for him. And I feel like Kushida's just kind of been treading water since he's been in the WWE. He needs a big win that means something to him and the brand. And I think this has to be it. I and I think a lot of it has to do with the Velveteen Dream outside of the ring stuff, because I feel like that isn't over yet, and I feel like the one upside to this is that Velveteen Dream has been positioned as, like, he's still positioned as like a main event level guy in NXT. Like, he recently wrestled Adam Cole for the title. He didn't win, obviously. He's still like in that upper echelon of quote unquote superstars in NXT. But the reason I say that's a good thing is because that means more when Kushida beats him. Like, it helps.
Yes.
It helps Kushida. Like, that win elevates Kushida to that level, and then maybe they pull back on Dream and like figure out like what the hell was going on with that. Like, because I don't want to give like any more opinions personally, because I want like the whole kind of like legal process and everything to like just, you know, I want all the facts and everything. It doesn't look good, obviously, but it's one of those things where it's like I feel like it's still kind of a wild card having Velveteen on your show, because I feel like at any day like some more news could come out and you got to pull him. And Kushida, I have no reason to believe Kushida would have any of those kind of issues in his life. So, like, he seems like a reliable guy. He's really good in the ring. He's dealt with some injuries, but, I mean, every wrestler does to some degree. So, I guess that's a long way of saying I think that the only reason I'm okay with the way they've been pushing Velveteen Dream lately is if someone like Kushida is going to beat him to get that elevation off of him. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense to be pushing Velveteen right now, because it's just too unpredictable, like, what's going on with that, I feel like.
Yeah.
So
I couldn't agree more. I feel like the best way to utilize Velveteen Dream right now is to use his past, like, status, like his very, elevated status, to put over other guys. I feel like that's probably the best way to use him right now. Like you said, it's pretty unpredictable. And you never know when you're going to have to pull him, if you have to pull him. Not saying that that's going to happen. This is all allegedly. This is all, circumstantial and under investigation, apparently, I would hope. But it's still very serious. And it's not something you want to take lightly. And it's also not something that you want to, like, have. It's a bad look. It's a bad look for NXT to do that. And I feel like you said it perfectly. Kushida has been on a run. He's very talented. When he signed with WWE, I was also nervous. But like you said, if they do put him in like a Shinsuke Nakamura light, then I'll be okay with it, even though Shinsuke's not been doing like too much lately. But I mean, still, he's up there. He's a SmackDown tag.
Well, but I was talking like more specifically like his NXT run.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm catapulting all the way up there. But Shinsuke Nakamura's NXT run was like the best run. He just was so badass, and I feel like they could do that with Kushida. And that's the only way I ever have faith in WWE signing people is if they get signed to NXT. So especially New Japan talent. So I completely agree with you and everything you said. I think you made some great points.
Well, thank you. I think it'll be a good match, like I said. And like I can't stress it enough, if Kushida doesn't win that match, like I don't know what the hell where you go with him. Like, he needs to win. Up next we have Io Shirai putting the NXT Women's Championship on the line against Candice LeRae. Shout out to Tegan Nox, who just tore her ACL again. And I don't know if again is the right word. I know she was really hurt. Like, she had a long injury layoff.
Did she like completely shatter her leg in the? Was that her in the Mae Young Classic?
I think so, because I remember she had to take like a year off, and she hadn't been back for very long, and now her knee is like completely torn up. So I mean, and the reason I bring her up is because she was feuding with Candice LeRae at the time of the injury and stuff. They've pivoted slightly. We have LeRae versus Shirai, which I think is a really, really good women's matchup. Who do you think wins this one, and why?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know. I really, really like Io Shirai as champion. Like, there's a lot of people out there that feel like, oh, yeah, it would probably be better if she lost to Candice LeRae. I feel like, excuse me, I have a really bad heartburn. And my acid reflux is like, hey, I can see a scenario where Candice LeRae wins. I think she would be a great champion. I think that I really do like her new character. I really do. I think it's fun. I think it's different. I think it's edgy. She's been putting on great matches lately. I think NXT's women's division is absolutely fantastic. I feel like this is going to be an absolute banger of a match. I feel like there's going to be some blood. But I do really like Io Shirai as champion. But at the same time, I feel like I don't know, because it's like, do they go ahead and bite the bullet and put the belt on Candice LeRae, even though she was feuding with Tegan Nox, but Tegan Nox isn't going to be back for a long time. I don't know. I don't know what. I feel like you just go with Io Shirai for now, and maybe have Candice LeRae or someone else win it on an NXT show on a Wednesday, get the ratings up. I think this. I mean, honestly, NXT cannot go wrong with their women's division right now because it's literally like the best women's division between AEW and WWE and NXT. It's absolutely fun. But I'm thinking ahead to another match, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I'll bring that up because I know where you're going with that. So
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and say it? Yeah.
So the obvious thing here is that Johnny Gargano is wrestling Damian Priest on the same show, and they've been the kind of cliffhanger at the end of, and I don't know if it was at the end of the show, but at some point during NXT last week, I remember seeing, I think both of them were holding the belts up or something. I think they're kind of alluding to the idea that like Candice could leave with a belt, and so could Johnny. I'm gonna say that neither of them. I'm gonna say neither of them do though.
I'm saying the same thing.
Yeah, so. I am gonna go with Io Shirai to win the match. I think this is gonna be one of the best women's matches we've seen in a while for NXT also, and NXT has a great women's division, and so that means this is like a compliment to the two of these women in this match, because I think Io Shirai and Candice LeRae are gonna put on a really really good match. But I love Io as champion. Io is probably my favorite overall female performer in the WWE and like on any brand. Like I love her presentation, her entrance, and her in-ring wrestling and everything is just really really good. And so same with Candice. Like they're two really good options here. I think Candice has been infinitely more entertaining as a heel than as a face since she turned. So like I'm okay with either outcome, but I am going to go with Io Shirai, which, you know, that kind of leads me right into the next match, which I've already given a prediction for. I think Johnny Gargano will lose to Damian Priest. Damian Priest, I think, will retain the North American Championship. And I think, I think these are all really, really good matches on this show. So, like, Gargano, people don't like hearing this, but, like, I'm not a huge Gargano fan. I think he has some incredible matches, but I think... But I will say this, as a heel character, I like him much better than when he was a face character. Same with Candice. So I do like the change in attitude for Johnny Gargano lately. And he always has good matches, especially at TakeOver. And Damian Priest is a big man who can literally do everything. He can high fly, power moves. Gargano is going to be someone who he can literally throw around, and Gargano can jump at him. And there's a whole lot of really cool stuff they can do. But I think Damian Priest, you know, he just recently won the North American Championship. They had a lot of options there with it being like a 5-man ladder match and all, and they went with Priest. And I feel like they have some plans for the future for him. He's the guy who has main roster written all over him. Like Vince would love a guy like him. So I think there's a lot of upside to both guys, but there's way more upside, in my opinion, with Damian Priest at the moment at least. So I'm going to go with Damian Priest retain. And what do you think?
Yeah, I have to agree. We did get a super chat. Thank you so much, Dylan. Dylan with a super chat. I'll get into that after my prediction. But I completely agree with you. I have loved Damian Priest ever since I saw his dope ass entrance with like the arrows and shit. Like I loved that. I love like the Archer of Infamy. Like I started following him on Twitter as soon as that happened. I just really like his presence. And I like him as champion. I think it makes sense. He just won. And to kind of piggyback off what you said, Johnny Gargano is so much better as a heel because his babyface character is just, it's not weak, but it's like, it has weak points. It's
he's dweeby.
But
I know what you mean.
He's dweeby.
Yeah.
He's a superhero nerd. No offense. I've been to all the midnight showings of the Marvel movies. I went to midnight showings of I am a nerd too, of the Star Wars movies and stuff. I go to Disney too. I actually saw him and Candice LeRae at Disney one time and almost passed out. I was like, because I didn't realize it. It took me a minute to clock it. So I'm totally a nerd too. I totally get it. But coming out there dressed as Iron Man or whatever, or Spider-Man, it's like cool. I don't know. I just really like the heel Johnny Gargano. I feel like it makes a little bit more sense to me because like I just don't get a dweeb winning. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, because a big part of that with like the dweebiness was like when he was feuding with Ciampa and they were like having their whole thing and like he couldn't beat him like over and over again. And he was like costing himself the matches. Like it would be like it'd be like a last man standing match and he would lose because he ran full force at Ciampa and missed a kick and Ciampa like lands on his feet. You know, and it was like that kind of shit too. So it's like his kind of dweeby personality mixed in with the fact that he was like sabotaging his own title matches by not being able to pull the trigger on you know, it was that kind of stuff. It's the you know, cinematic trying to hold Ciampa's hand and looking lovingly into his eyes and saying, "Oh no, we're supposed to love each other, but I love you, but I hate you, but I love you." I'd rather just see him be pissed off. Like, I can't get the fucking job done. Like, I need to change something about myself here. And he's him with the edge, not Edge the wrestler, but him having an edge has added a different layer to him that is way more entertaining to me than seeing that guy who's having these bromances and can't pull the trigger on beating opponents.
Yeah, and it's almost like funnier when he's a heel because he still can't win. And like how him and Candice LeRae, you remember they did that whole like candlelit gothic dinner, and they're like, "We're so badass. We're gonna be champions, and we're gonna be the champions of darkness and whatever." And they still end up losing. Like, it's really funny. And we've talked about this before, but it's like Johnny Gargano in NXT. There's like literally no more. Like, there's no more they can do. Like. No, and that is no knock to Johnny Gargano. I love Johnny Gargano. I am a Cleveland fan just like him. He's an Ohio boy. I love him. I love everything about him. I think he's a great guy. This is not a knock on him, like, personally. But there is just no more for him to do in NXT because the last thing I want him to do is have another feud with Ciampa. Like, just... There's no more for him to do. And honestly, I think he would be lost in the main roster. And it's just unfortunate. So he's just kind of in this, like, wrestling WWE purgatory right now. But he puts on great matches. He's going to put on a great match. This is going to be a great match. Him and Damian Priest are going to go. And it's going to be fun. And I'm going to enjoy the heck out of it. I just don't see Johnny Gargano winning.
You know what you just described, by the way? Someone being in WWE purgatory, someone who's done everything there is to do in NXT, which I totally agree with, and somebody who's screwed on the main roster, which I agree with. But he has really good matches. Well, I'm not talking about one particular person.
Oh,
I'm talking about
like Sami Zayn.
Well, I'm talking about 205 Live is what I'm talking about. That's basically where Johnny Gargano fits on the main roster is 205 Live.
No.
Somebody who has good matches all the time, but a character that people don't really care about, somebody who Vince is not gonna like. I think he's gonna like him personally, but I don't think he's gonna push him by any means. And honestly, it's the same with Ciampa. The only advantage Ciampa has is that he's an interesting character. So there's something they can maybe do with him.
Yeah,
but he's also undersized and super injury prone, and Vince isn't gonna like those things. And I know Ciampa himself has quoted himself as saying like if I get called to Raw or SmackDown, I'm just gonna retire and become like a coach because he knows, you know, like, so it's and like the Johnny thing too. I just want to throw this out there. I know he was like a fat kid growing up and like got bullied, and he was always this big wrestling fan, and like there's pictures of him with Shawn Michaels as a kid and all that stuff. As a human being, I think it's amazing that Johnny Gargano is living his dream as a professional wrestler, and I think he's really damn good in the ring. So like all the negative things I'm saying about him, I just want to kind of make sure I balance it out a little bit to at least let y'all know like these issues that he's gonna have aren't really they're kind of out of his control. Like if he was in a company like Impact Wrestling or a company like AEW, he'd have a much higher. It'd be a lot more likely he'd be succeeding long term in companies like that because of the way they operate. I just don't see Vince McMahon. He was. I mean, Gargano himself was called up at one point for a very short time.
Him and Ciampa.
And Ciampa was injured. And that's the thing, is that Vince McMahon didn't know Ciampa was hurt. So he's already probably has a negative stigma of him, where he's like, I bring this guy up for 2 weeks and we lose him for a year and now I don't really care about him. And then Gargano's kind of the same boat, where it's like, well, once we lost Ciampa, I had no use for Gargano and I have not been interested since. So like and there's just people who fit the Raw and SmackDown rosters better than Gargano does in a lot of scenarios. And so, I mean, there are things you can do. You can do Gargano and like Bryan Danielson, and there's some really cool matchups you can still do. I think him and Roman would be incredible with the right story and stuff. Like, I mean, there's stuff you can do, but I think we're both in the same boat where it's like, it's just super unlikely that he's going to have a good run on Raw or SmackDown, and we don't want to see him on 205 Live, so he's kind of best served in NXT, but there's nothing left for him to do there. So,
yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, totally, and I completely agree. Just poor Johnny. Poor Johnny boy. But I do want to get to Dylan's Super Chat, because we appreciate so much our Super Chats, and we appreciate you, Dylan. You've been killing it on Twitch lately. Everyone go subscribe to his Twitch channel. I think we plugged you at the end. I don't know if you were there, but we did plug you at the end of the show last time.
While you're reading that, I'll actually pull his Twitch up.
So I almost said Steven. So Dylan says, hey, Steven and Jessi, I feel like Takeover 31 is going to be a reactionary show. The card is great, but there was no build to neither of those matches, the ones we had talked about previously. Completely agree. We kind of said that at the beginning. Sorry, my boo bitches. That was kind of inappropriate. That was very professional of me. My apologies. I completely agree. There's been no build. The matches will be epic. They'll be great, but it's kind of thrown together. Don't really know why. Like, have we figured out why they decided to do a takeover?
What else is going on right now?
I mean, AEW had like their 1 year anniversary, like yesterday.
Yeah, and it's also because WWE. Did WWE just have a show like this past Sunday or something? That was the Roman Reigns was like this past Sunday.
Clash of Champions.
Yeah. So I don't know why they didn't do Takeover then, like right, that weekend. I don't know. I don't know I mean, maybe, well, no, college football they're playing and stuff. I don't know why they decided to do tonight. Well, and also, I mean, maybe to be fair, it's a pretty weak UFC card tonight, and for them to run... Oh, no, they're on a Sunday, not a Saturday. I'm getting them confused, like they're tonight, not tomorrow. I don't know why they're tomorrow, because they're also going to run up against Sunday Night Football. I don't know why they're doing tomorrow. I have no clue. That's a good question.
I don't freaking know either. It's weird. So, but I'm not complaining.
No. I'm going to watch. No.
I'm going to watch.
And Dylan, thank you. I couldn't agree more. I think it's going to be a really, really good in-ring show. Like, honestly, going through these matches, this has potential to be one of the best takeovers ever. It's just the build for some of the stuff was really rushed. And the best example of that's actually the main event. We got Kyle O'Reilly taking on Finn Balor for the NXT Championship. And O'Reilly, obviously, I've been talking about him a whole lot for a long time, but as far as NXT is concerned, he had a couple singles wins recently, just kind of under the radar, just kind of randomly winning some singles matches. And then he wins that gauntlet match a couple weeks ago and goes from basically like tag team guy to main event championship contender for the NXT Championship. So the build for this has been really quick, but there's a long-term story there in the background between him and Adam Cole that's a super long-term storyline. So yes. There are a lot of layers to this. Jessi, it's on you first. Who do you think wins this one? Do you think Finn Balor retains it? Because he just won the championship just a month or so ago also. His second title reign is still pretty fresh. You got Finn Balor and Kyle O'Reilly. Who do you think wins this one?
Kyle O'Reilly. I think. Shit. Yes, I think. Here's why. Hear me out. I got this. Okay. Finn Balor does not need the NXT championship. Finn Balor has transcended NXT. He's transcended the need for a championship because Finn Balor is Finn Balor. Finn Balor is a WWE superstar in every sense of the word. He's a great champion. However, I believe he was a placeholder champion. He was a placeholder champion for Kyle O'Reilly. Why? Because this will further build the storyline of the dismantling of Undisputed Era. Because Kyle O'Reilly can beat Finn Balor, but Adam Cole can't beat Finn Balor. I feel like this will add some tension. This will add some kind of drama. I feel like this will be not a midlife crisis for Adam Cole, but like a mid NXT crisis for Adam Cole. He's always been the alpha, and to have someone else in that spotlight as NXT champion will be a very new scenario for him. How is he going to deal with that? We don't know. What's the rest of Undisputed Era going to do? We don't know. Like, there's just so many ways they could go about this. Unless, like, I don't know, freaking Pat McAfee interferes and costs Kyle O'Reilly the title and kind of starts this feud. I just spit everywhere. They can't do that in an NXT main event. They just absolutely can't. There cannot be, if there are shenanigans like that, it's not going to cost someone the match. So I'm going to go with Kyle. I'm going to be bold. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to be fierce. And I'm going to go Kyle O'Reilly as champion because he deserves it.
Yeah, so this one, I'm glad there's no Wrestle Rumble pick'em contest for this one because, of course, I'm picking Kyle O'Reilly. Like I've been waiting for this for, years.
You had me spooked for a second.
No, well, okay, so I'll say this: smart money. As far as like, if I was doing predictions and like there was money on the line, I think Finn Balor is the smarter of the two choices. The reason is because the shorter title reign, the really quick push of O'Reilly. I know that Triple H on the conference call the other day said that there's been plans for a long time for them to push O'Reilly as a singles wrestler, but the pandemic and like the circumstances of who they can and can't use right now and stuff expedited the process. But there has been plans to push him for a long time. So this isn't just like a spur of the moment, let's just pick Kyle O'Reilly. Like he's been planned for a while. Now, I think the most likely scenario in this match is that Adam Cole costs Kyle O'Reilly the win. And we get that feud, kind of a non-title thing, but eventually O'Reilly like kind of rises above and Adam Cole moves on to the Raw or SmackDown at some point. Maybe something like that. But there's a lot of options. On the shows leading up to this last couple months, they've been positioning Adam Cole as a babyface, especially during the Pat McAfee stuff, which was incredible, by the way. Shout out Pat McAfee. Fucking love that dude. For the brand. Oh, the only sports show I watch anymore is his YouTube show from noon to 3 on YouTube. I mean, it's like I've cut out ESPN and Fox Sports and just listen to him and the boys talk about fucking football and stuff. So like, I love Pat McAfee. I thought Adam Cole did great as a, kind of with his babyface turn there, kind of a pseudo babyface type turn. O'Reilly has been positioned as a face in this scenario as well, but Fish and Strong have stuck to being heels this whole time. They've been kind of cornering each other. They've been tagging together. So I could also see a scenario because like it's one of those things where like in wrestling, if it makes sense, I say just do it, even if it's really obvious, even if it's the most obvious thing in the world that Adam Cole's going to turn on Kyle O'Reilly if he wins the title. But let's say Kyle beats Finn and Adam comes out and it looks like he is going to turn, but he doesn't. But Fish and Strong turn on them, so we wind up getting a divide. We have a tag team feud set up between Future Shock, the team of O'Reilly and Cole, versus Fish and Strong, and maybe we have something like that for a minute where we get some really great, main event level tag team stuff, and then it kind of transforms more into O'Reilly and Cole at some point later on from that, or maybe Fish and Strong align with either O'Reilly or Cole, and like one of them is the odd man out, kind of like Evolution back in the day when they booted Randy Orton and stuff like that. So like there's so many options here. I think it makes more sense, like right now, for them to keep the belt on Finn. But as a fan of Kyle O'Reilly, as somebody who's been coming out here pretty much every week,
over her.
And this was when, like, there was a lot of Kyle O'Reilly fans out there. Like, it's not like this is exclusive to me, but there were very few, like, consistently, while he was just doing tag team stuff. Really good tag team stuff, by the way. Red Dragon, him and Fish is a great fucking tag team. Him and Strong as the tag team champions was great too. Like, but even during that, I was the one over and over on this podcast, on my podcast, on Fightful, everything that I do, saying, at some point, like, they gotta run with Kyle as a singles wrestler. Like, and when they do, people are gonna be like, holy shit, I didn't realize what we had here this whole time. Because he can main event and be a title holder on any company. He could be the AEW World Champion right now, and I promise you it would go over well, and he would be credible. He has a bigger personality than people realize. He got to show that this past episode of NXT with the contract signing and the video packages. He's a charismatic guy. He plays the belt like Hogan and stuff. People love it. He's incredible in the ring. He does MMA style stuff, high flying. I mean, he's an all around just incredible professional wrestler. I think Adam Cole is a notch just slightly above because he has like that extra level of charisma that like very few wrestlers have. Like, he's on like the Jericho, almost like the Rock type level, not popularity wise, of course, but like, you see the guy, you immediately think he's somebody. You hear him talk and you believe him. You know, like, his facial expressions are so good. Like, I think Adam Cole's facial expressions are second to none in the company. But O'Reilly's close. So I know I'm rambling, but I'm just saying.
No, it's great.
Kyle O'Reilly, I hope he wins this match. But if he doesn't, at least we know that this is in mind for them and that he is a major player in NXT as a singles wrestler. And they're like I keep saying, there's just so many different ways they can go with this. And they're all good. They're all good options. So yeah, my official prediction though is going to be Kyle O'Reilly.
Yes.
Yes. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be an awesome match.
It's going to be great. I am actually excited about this one.
Yeah. Well, that's predictions.
Yeah, I know.
In just under an hour, which was, I mean, it turned out timing-wise about perfect, though.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about, or is there anything else in the chat that y'all want to talk about?
Especially if you guys, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
If anyone in the chat has any any super chats and anything, if you send a super chat and you want us to talk about something, we will do it, as long as it's not something like bad. But yeah, we could talk about whatever. I mean, no one's home. It's just me. I ain't got no little child running around. She's over at Mimi and Papa's. She's dressed up as Poppy right now. It's really cute.
Popeye?
No, Poppy from Trolls.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's okay. It's just the Trolls, little troll dolls with the little gem belly buttons.
Yes, I used to have some of those.
Yeah, she's dressed up as one of those. It's super duper cute. Nice. My husband's working hard at work. I got college football on because I want Texas to lose because I do not like Tom Herman. So, yeah, I'm willing to talk about some stuff. Yeah, so, yeah. Oh, I just got some tummy issues.
Uh-oh.
No, not like that. I don't have diarrhea.
I don't know if I should say.
Sorry. No. My tummy just went.
I used to do that, and like my stomach used to do that all the time when I was in like class, and it'd be dead ass silent, and it'd just like wah 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 wah, and people would be like, "What the fuck was that?"
I know it's so. Well, I used to. Okay, this may get a little funny, but like, have you ever like had to like make it breezy, and so you hold it in, and then the breeze just happens inside your intestines anyway. And it just makes the same noise if you would have just let the breeze go.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, I know what you're saying.
Go, and I'm like, dude, you're inside. So it like goes further up, and you're like, no, wait, I'm sorry. That happened to me once. Standardized testing is called TAX in Texas. It was like super quiet. It was a history one, I think. I was like, what the? I don't know why I remember that so vividly, but
Yeah.
it was even that embarrassing. No one noticed.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, why did I say that? I don't know, but
I don't know, but you did, and it's out there. So.
it's out there. So anyone that was in my history class in high school, I'm sorry, even though nothing happened. I'm just sorry in general for existing in high school.
Oh my god, that's too funny.
Yeah, I wasn't my high school. Well, my high school was a Lifetime movie. Is a Lifetime movie. My graduating class, they made a Lifetime movie out of my graduating class.
What what was the?
The Fab Five, the Texas cheerleader scandal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those I know all of them.
That's
So
it's pretty funny.
I got contacted by 17 magazine. It was fun.
Nice.
Yeah, it was lit.
I'll answer this real quick. It isn't a super chat, but I see it there.
Oh yeah, I see it.
1 year anniversary of AEW thoughts. I mean, I could talk all day about AEW, and I think that they're way they're way more successful than I think even they thought they'd be a year in. I'll put it that way. I think it's been a complete fucking home run, that company, for the first year.
Mm-hmm. So. Absolutely agree. I feel like I know it wasn't a year ago, but I'll never forget being at Double or Nothing. Because I mean, All In was kind of not really the first thing. It was like kind of a compilation of a lot of like New Japan and Ring of Honor and just all of that. And I will never forget Double or Nothing because it was the first official AEW pay-per-view. Being there in Las Vegas for that pay-per-view, and it was absolutely incredible. It was the best show I've ever been at, bar none. It was so fun, and it set the tone for the company. And then we had All Out, which I was also at, which was super freaking fun. It was a time and a half. It set the bar, and from then on, we were all like, all right, come October, you've got weekly television. They can put on these amazing pay-per-views, but can they do it every week? Can they do it? Can they put on the storylines? I think there was a lot of unfair questionability of the sustainability of AEW, because it's like, how can a company keep going week after week and do storyline after storyline and still continue to be at the level that they are? And they have. They've transcended any expectations that I had. It has been it's been 1 year. 1 year. Think of all the things that have happened in 1 year. It's incredible. They're beating NXT. Handily beating NXT. They're running shows. They're putting on these fantastic shows that keep getting better and better.
They have action figures that are out.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
This is the exclusive. That's the exclusive Kenny.
Where's his butt? Yes.
I love this.
Yes.
I love the whole. I like all of them. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
I figured I just play this one because this is the hardest one to get right now,
That is so cool. I'm so jealous. I still can't find any at Walmart.
Yeah, they're still. I guess I should say. I guess technically the Brandy is still the hardest because, no, either Brandy or that Kenny. I'm not sure. My Brandy's still in the mail. I have not actually received her yet, unfortunately.
I just saw they posted they're sending out shipments or something. So.
Oh, thank God! Finally, have you seen this yet? Did you do the exclusive Jericho, the bubbly with the belt?
I did see that. I haven't seen it all set up.
Yeah, it comes with like a table with it's got like an extra I wish I could show all this, but it's got like the table's awesome. Like it's like the best like toy table I've ever seen, and it comes with like another oh fuck it, I'll just show you. Hold on a second. So I don't want to pick the table up because I'll knock things over. But it comes with like the cheese and crackers tray from like the table that he was like the olives detached, so you can like take the olives out. This comes with a bucket of ice and an extra one of these. So like you have like you can have him holding one and have an extra one on the table. Comes with a couple of these little solo cups for the table. Yeah, it's awesome. It's like the whole scene of him winning the title and everything that was on the table and stuff in the back.
The detail. I love it.
Yeah.
How much was that? Do you mind?
Yeah, no, it's on Ringside Collectibles. I would imagine you could still buy it off the website. It was I want to say with shipping and after. I used the major discount code from Cardona and Hawkins. So like I think it wound up being like $35 to $40 after everything.
That's not bad.
Oh, and it comes in this. Like, I actually kept the box, which I rarely ever do. I have it displayed. It comes looking like this. Like, it comes in
it does not.
Yeah, it comes in a fake, and, like, this back opens and has all the stuff in it. But, yeah, this looks like an actual bottle of champagne. It's awesome. I have it displayed with, like, some of my other shit in my room.
I am agape.
You're a what?
My asshole is fully agape. Oh my god. That is so cool.
That's what I thought she said. But,
like, that is so cool.
Yeah, because you have the other ones, right? Like the other Jericho and that
I don't
stuff.
have any of them.
Oh, you don't? Oh my
No,
god.
none, my Walmarts have not had any of them.
So, like, you can...
They had... No, okay. You want to know what my Walmart had? If you go to Eric Stevens' Twitter... I fucking saw, so it says, I don't think this is Jericho. And I think I told you about this, how I found two of them hidden.
Yeah.
They look like, I told you about that. Eric Stevens and I live in the same area. He lives like literally like not far from me at all. So we go to the same Walmarts. Somebody must have ordered them online, took the figures out. Someone put a Kenny Omega in there that had a full ass beard and mustache, but they painted over it so it was flesh colored. Then the Jericho was not Jericho. It was, or if it was from like forever ago. It just was super weird. And it was hidden behind, like, it wasn't hidden behind the belts. They had taken them off the shelf, put them behind, and now obviously you know why. Like behind these like plastic bins or something, and I was like, I saw them, like, oh, and I picked them up and I was so excited, and then I saw what the hell they were, and I was like,
that's so weak.
And so I just put them back. But yeah, those are the only things. I go every single time I go to the damn Walmart, even Target. I'm like, you know what? Screw it. What if there's a mix up and Target has them? I go to Target. I look there too. Nope. I feel like the biggest dork doing it, but every single time I go, them AEW figure shelves are empty. They still have some of the belts, but none of the figures.
Yeah, it's super frustrating because I was going there like every day for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And talking to the same people over and over, and then it was like, I think what's also legitimately happening in some of these locations is like the employees keep getting asked by people like me every day, and they're just like, oh shit, these are valuable. So they're just like I don't know what the fuck they're expecting to happen when they start releasing, there's going to be a limited edition 500 Codys and a limited edition 1000 Jerichos, like another few that are like going to be super rare, and they're supposed to be going to Walmart. And if these employees are already getting blown up over the normal figures, they're going to see, one of 500 on the box of one of these and like just keep it for themselves probably. You know what I mean? Like, they have no incentive. They're not incentivized to even put these things on the pegs because like the demand's so high, they can just buy them themselves as employees and then just sell them on eBay. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know in my area, which is undisclosed area, how big the market is for stuff like that. Just like in my like general area. However, there is an employee at Target who I did talk to, who, because he saw my jacket, he was wearing a Cody Rhodes face mask, and he has the Cody Rhodes tattoo.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like not on his neck, but he has it on his arm. He showed it to me.
It's cool.
And yeah, the little nightmare thing. And then I was picking up food at Outback once, and I was wearing my Orange Cassidy shirt. I had like just gotten back from uh, All Out this time. I so I was wearing the shirt because I was all excited, and we were super freaking tired because we had just driven back from Jacksonville. And the person was like, oh, I want to say so much. I love Orange Cassidy and blah 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 blah. And I was like, oh, so that was like super shocking. So it is a point of conversation that's come up fairly recently that it comes up because I used to wear my jacket around all the time and I never got said anything. And now I'll like be happening to wear like a shirt and people will say something, which is super. I love it. I
Yeah.
love talking wrestling to random people. Like if y'all know me, if you've ever met me, I don't know if any of y'all have, I could talk to a freaking brick wall, okay? I love talking to people. So, yeah, it is really interesting. And as far as the year that AEW has had, like it's amazing and I am so excited to see where it goes from here. I think it's nothing but up. And I'm so thankful for AEW because it's like literally recharged my passion for wrestling. I feel like if it wasn't around, I don't know what the heck I would be doing. I don't think I would be as successful as I am without AEW. Honestly, I don't think I would be anywhere. It has like skyrocketed my career in ways that I can't even explain. Like when I went to Double or Nothing in Vegas, I had 2,000 followers on Twitter.
Oh wow,
I had like two
that's
or three.
really fast to have like 30,000 or whatever the hell
Yeah,
you have now. That's nuts.
I'm almost to 30,000. I wanted to get to 30,000 by the end of the year. I don't think it's going to happen, but yeah, so from Double or Nothing last year to this year, and I think All Out, I don't think I had hit 10K yet. Like so All Out uh in Chicago. So I think I was at like 9,000. Maybe I was at 11. I can't remember. I would have to go back and look. So yeah, it's completely changed my life. AEW for the better. I'm not on their payroll. Don't ask. But I am so thankful for them.
Me too, especially as a fan of independent wrestling. I love that, like, there's plenty of independent wrestlers who, of course, get signed by, like, NXT slash A or WWE and that kind of stuff. But, like, AEW is amazing for me as a fan of guys like Marco Stunt or Orange Cassidy or Joey Janela and, like, these kind of guys who would have never got signed by the WWE. So,
Yeah.
like, it gives them a chance in front of millions of people on national television as well, which I think it's just incredible as a fan and as a wrestler that this option exists, AEW for people.
Yes. Completely agree.
Yeah. If you want to read thank you so much, Haley, for the
Yes.
super chat. I have to move something I just brought over here while but I can hear y'all. So
Yeah.
go ahead. Thank you so much, Haley.
Okay. Yes, Haley, thank you so much for the super chat. It really, really, really means a lot to us. Sorry, I was going on like a little rant there. I kind of got, excuse me, in the moment. Sorry, acid reflux, pregnant. It says, hi, Steven and Jessi. Hi, Haley. Hope you guys are having a great weekend or have been having a great weekend. Takeover is going to be awesome. My weekend's been pretty chill so far. I slept really well and because I got my snoogle. Thank God I got my snoogle yesterday. And Takeover, I'm actually looking forward to it. It's a short card, which I like. I don't think it will be a long pay-per-view, which I also like. And I'm just really looking forward to it. I think the matches will be great. Anytime NXT puts on a takeover, it's fun. The matches look really fun, interesting. There's a lot of ways they could go with this. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. And I cannot thank you enough for your super chat. Like everyone who's done a super chat so far, and everyone in the chat who's been great. Thank you so much.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. Thank you so much, Haley. And I agree. Like, I think Takeover's going to be great. I think you got in here a little late. Like, we went through all of our predictions already for the show. But I think that in ring, this has potential to be one of the best takeovers there's been. There has never been a takeover that was not worth watching. And it's something that I have really high expectations for. So it's similar to AEW pay-per-views where, like the last AEW pay-per-view, everyone went into it expecting a 10 out of 10 show. They delivered more of like a 7 out of 10 type show, which was still a really good show, but the expectations were really high. I go into TakeOver with those same expectations. So I hope that they're able to put on a 10 out of 10. But once again, if we get like a 7 or an 8 or a 9 or whatever, like that's still a damn, like, I'd say it all the time, but it's like, if we were getting 7 out of 10 Raws every Monday, everyone would be watching Monday Night Raw and still be stoked on it. You know what I mean? So it's like, so I'm hoping for a good show, and I have high expectations, and the expectations are even higher for me tonight because I've been on that Kyle O'Reilly train for so damn long at this point that, like, I know he's gonna show up. He's gonna show up. You know, like, he's gonna show up and show everybody why he's getting this opportunity, which so I couldn't agree more. I think it's gonna be a really good show, Haley. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, me too. And go Buckeyes. I'm currently side-eyeing Texas and TCU. So, yeah, I really don't want Texas to win. I would like to see TCU pull off the upset. So, yep, we're about to enter the fourth quarter, and TCU is driving. And dude, Texas keeps cramping up or something. I don't know what the heck's going on. But, we got a little, it's not a super chat, but we did get a question about Twitch. Steven.
Would you ever stream on Twitch or no? Well, if you want to see me on Twitch, you can actually check this out right here. I have a Twitch channel, and it's called Fight Talk _, which is the same as my Twitch handle. So really easy. Just kind of mess around on here. I've been playing Fall Guys. It's been like the main thing lately. And
I'm subscribed.
Jessi is subscribed. If any of y'all want to subscribe, it'd be super, super appreciated. Basically, the advantages there are you get emotes and badges, and you also don't ever have to watch advertisements on the stream. So that's a nice little bonus. And if you have Amazon, you can link that to your Twitch account. I think they call it Prime Gaming now, and you can use that to subscribe for free to my channel as well. So or just follow me and watch it. Like it's totally free, and I let anybody who's at the very least, as long as you're following, I let you in the chat. And the only reason I do that is for moderation reasons, because when like just random people who aren't following and stuff do fucked up things in the chat, like it's just harder to kind of track where that's coming from versus like your follower list. You can find them very easily if they're doing fucked up stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like, so I would appreciate that, y'all, if you wanted to check that out. But me and Jessi have talked a little bit about me and her doing some stuff on Twitch as well. So it is a platform I plan on using more regularly for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's gonna be real fun once some more of these games come out, like Retromania Wrestling. I'm gonna play that on Twitch. I've been thinking about getting the new Crash Bandicoot game, just playing around on that.
There's
on
a new
Twitch.
Crash Bandicoot game. What?
Just came out like yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yo, Crash Bandicoot Warped was my fucking jam.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Great game.
And then the Wrath of Cortex. Dude,
I had that one too for the PS2.
Yes, me and my cousin used to like just own that game. Like which is the one where you go to like the little you go into like not the little room, you're like in a room and you go into the little corridors and there's like 5 like little levels for each one. Yes, that is my jam, dude. I'm so good at that game.
I'm surrounded by every dirt thing y'all can possibly think about, by the way,
dude,
just so y'all know.
I found the soundtrack to that game on on YouTube, and I was like jamming the F out to it. Like the one level with the guy with the forks, and you have to jump over the little electrical thingies. I don't know which one that was, but that level had some lit music, and I was jamming. My other favorite game of all time that I am like the best at, that no one else plays, like super niche, is Bust a Groove. Not Bust a Move, Bust a Groove.
Okay, I don't know about that one. Which system is that for?
It's for PlayStation. All mine are for PlayStation, other than like Sega Genesis for Sonic. But it's literally a dance game, and it's like kind of like the Pong version of Dance Dance Revolution, because you use your controller and you do like, you have to go to the beat of the song, so you're like 1 2 3 circle, 1 2 3 X 1 side, you just have to do
sounds like Parappa the Rapper. Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is the dance version of Parappa the Rapper. It is. It's a lot like that, where you have to go to the beat. The songs in that are lit. Fly Into Your Soul is an epic song. I sing that on the daily, like, because there's Robo Z. It's like the huge big bad boss at the end. And dude, I used to go through that game like it was just like my daily routine. Just beat that game every freaking day. There's a plastic bag on the field. Sorry. Sorry, my ADHD is kicking in, y'all. But I just got really excited because I love Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. And Haley, I see you want to play games on the Switch. I have a Switch as well. There's a lot of really good games for it. They're coming out with more soon. So like, surprisingly, I haven't played the new Super Smash Brothers yet. But like, I hear it's incredible. I just haven't like invested the time into it. But like, there's a lot of games. Like I'm constantly like buying and trading and shit. Like the other day, I wound up just randomly buying Rampage World Tour for the N64 because I hadn't played it in like 20 years or whatever. Like, I'll just, someone's like, hey, I got this game. I'm like, shit, I'll give you $10 for it. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't play it anymore. I'm like, awesome. So I'll take it. Yeah, I love retro gaming. But yeah, there's gonna be like Retromania Wrestling's coming out. Obviously, whenever AEW, whenever their video game comes out, Kenny's been talking that up, and they're talking about how that's gonna have the old N64 control scheme. Which,
thank God.
Yeah, don't know if for sure they're going to do that, but that's what Kenny's been saying. It's like, that's been the feedback. That's what they want. Yeah. So if they can get it, any the closest they can do to, like, No Mercy with, like, today's graphics, I think would just be absolutely incredible. I've also been thinking about just getting some other random games. Like, there's, like, Fire Pro Wrestling, which I can download on Steam off the computer and stream and stuff like that. So I'll probably get... And, of course, there's the new UFC game that I haven't been playing a whole lot of. So there's a lot of stuff I can be playing on Twitch. I just got sucked into Fall Guys so hard a few weeks ago that I just got addicted. I
will play the F out of the AEW game.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, I will make time to play that game. I will go on my OnlyFans with a push-up bra on and booby stream playing the AEW game. I will do it.
I will hang dong while I play the AEW video.
Do it. I dare you.
You dare me? Just a ball sack next to a controller.
Oh, no.
No gameplay footage.
There's got to be a market for that.
Yeah, I think there's a market for everything at this point. So, like, So yeah, let me know via super chat and donation. How would you like that? A nice dong hanging stream with AEW in the background.
Oh my God! If AEW is watching this, they're like, nope.
Yeah.
No, but I will for real. I will play the F out of an A. Boobs or not, I will play that game and I will react to it and play it. That may be something we could put on the Twitch thing. That would be fun.
AEW?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. When some of this stuff comes out, like, especially if you have the game also, like, we can...
Yeah.
Yeah, or at, like, the very least, like, we can take turns where, like, I play on my stream and you're also there and we're talking to each other and we can, like, switch and you're playing and I'm just talking while you're playing and stuff. Like, we can...
Is it going to be on PS4?
I'd imagine it'll be on... Oh, because they're all coming out, like, the new systems are coming out. I read something about how AEW might be, like, and this would be really smart. I talked about this with Doug on his stream last night. He brought it up to me, actually, about how huge it would be if AEW could be, like, a launch title game when the new consoles come out. Like, when the Xbox Series X and the PS5, like, if by the time those systems comes out, and, like, one of the few options for games is AEW... how humongous that would be for that brand, because so many non-AEW fans would buy it because they just want to play new things on the new system. And I remember that being a thing back in the N64 days when, like, World Tour and Revenge and WrestleMania 2000, all those kind of games came out. It brought in a lot of non-wrestling fans because they were just really awesome wrestling/fighting games in 3D that nobody had really been able to play before. So, yeah.
And you got people like me who aren't going to shell out $500 for a new system because I'll never use it.
Yeah, I'm not going to initially. I'm not going to be one of those, like, early adopters. Yeah. But yeah,
people already ordered.
Yeah, my stepmom, I out of complete blue, messaged me the other day like, "Hey, I know someone I can like get one of those through if you want me to like snag you one." And I was like, "Well, I mean, like I'd have to pay for it. It wasn't like she's just like,
Yeah.
I'll buy
No,
it."
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
but
Just
but
say,
right, but I was just like, I appreciate that, but like I'm gonna wait a little while. Like I don't know about spending $500 right now on a. I already have my computer to play games off. I have an Xbox One. I have a Switch as far as like newer stuff. And then I have all those like there was the one stream on here where I brought the my Genesis and
yeah.
and I was stacking up like the Game Genie on top
That's
of
what we
Sonic and
showed.
Knuckles
Yeah.
on top of like I still have all
Game
that
Shark
stuff.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, Game Genie.
Yeah, I had a
but-
Game Shark.
Yeah, there was those two. There were two different brands.
Yeah.
But they did the same thing where it was like you put in like the weird serial number looking codes and it would like debug shit
Yeah.
or big head mode into games and stuff.
That's so great.
But still, one of my favorite systems ever is the Sega Dreamcast. That one doesn't get enough love. I still play that system. Still holds up big
I
time.
just had the Genesis, and then I had the little portable one.
Yeah, the Sega Game Gear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had that.
I still got one of those.
I played Sonic. That's like all I played, and then I played like Wario.
on like the Game Boy.
Not on the Game Boy. I had a Game Boy too. I had a Game Boy Color. That was lit. That was lit. I played Tetris.
Yeah, me too. Hell yeah. I used to play that on the Game Boy with the green screen.
Yeah, I found my Game Boy. I bet I could go get it. I found my Game Boy with batteries from 2001 in them, and it still turned on, and Tetris was still in there, and it still had my old usernames in there.
That's
like my
awesome.
saved. It was a blast from the past.
I remember one of the like the most mind blowing like moments in technology for me was when I had a Super Nintendo and they came out with the Super Game Boy, which was a cartridge slot that you put into the Super Nintendo, and then you could put your Game Boy game into that, so you could play your Game Boy games in. This is before the Game Boy Color, also, or around the same time, to where like all the games I was seeing on a green and black screen now had color, and I could watch them all, and I could play them on my television and with my controller instead of the Game Boy, which was just like totally just mind-blowing that like that was possible. Yeah. I'm dating myself so much with this, by the way. Like
We're both the same age.
Oh sure, yeah, I know me and you are, but like there could be like kids watching this or younger people watching this right now that are like, yeah, why didn't you just download that? Why didn't you just download the app? You know, like that wasn't an option back then, y'all. Yeah, so
yeah.
Love me some old video games. But I think I'm gonna get a Elgato capture card soon. I think they're like $100 or $200. But if I get one of those, there's a lot of ways to connect that to retro consoles, so I can stream those on Twitch. Because right now I do it all through my computer. But if I can link my Xbox to my computer because I have Windows 10, so I can like literally stream when I'm playing on my Xbox onto my computer without anything extra, which is great. But everything else, like I want to play Sega Genesis, I want to play PS2, I want to play Sega Dreamcast and N64 and all this stuff on stream for y'all. So like that's coming. It's coming. Yeah.
Dude, the sound of an old school PlayStation starting up is honestly, I firmly believe, the sound that Heaven's Gates opening makes.
Sega.
Not Sega. PlayStation.
Oh, the PlayStation opening. The Sega, like the little Sonic running across the screen. Are you talking about? Yeah, that's that and the PS2, very tranquil. Yeah.
It just that sound transports me into another dimension. Like just it brings me back to simpler times. For me, personally.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
Issa says good luck setting it up. LOL.
With the capture card. Yeah, I know they're kind of a pain in the ass. It's really the main reason I haven't like got one yet, because I've been able to do everything through the computer at this point. But like I actually have a setup to where I can stream my my Dreamcast, but like there's older systems that like it's it's too difficult to do that way. But either way, yeah, I plan on playing some older stuff. And on the computer, Steam is awesome. Like you can download so many games through Steam, and then you can use like you can literally take like a USB. Like I use my Xbox controller when I'm playing computer games, like with just a USB slot. Like it's super easy to do.
I hate the Xbox controller. I'm like the one person in the world. I think it's the worst. I have small hands. It's not. I hate it so much.
Well, the original Xbox controller was terrible. The really thick. Yeah, they used to be like really thick and hard to like get to the buttons, and they were
like holding a boulder.
Yeah, now they're more like kind of more like a PlayStation controller, a little bit thicker, but a bit more like that. Yeah.
I don't know. It just turned me off from Xbox ever. It's not conductive to little hands. It's not little hand aware.
I know people always complain about the N64 controller, but like, because it has the three. Yeah, so I'll show you why.
Yeah.
So basically, so if you have one of these controllers, and I didn't realize it was even a problem for people, and I don't have big hands or anything like that, but. So basically, most people hold it because it has the three. So most people.
It was so comfortable.
Most people hold it like that, where you're have the one hand, and I hold it like this.
That's how I hold it. I didn't know there was another way to hold it.
You're probably in like the 5th percentile of people, along with me, who hold it on the outside and still use the joystick versus on the inside. I know. I was mind blown too when I found out that everyone else was holding a controller different than me. So I hold it like that, and I have no problem holding it like that.
I used to play Pokemon Snap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love that game. I never had an N64, but I used to always go to my friend's place and take pictures of Pokemon. I love that game. This sounds so random because like. I'm still into this kind of shit, but like my friend Mike Hughes, who I talk about all the time, who comes over to watch AEW on Wednesdays, he literally brought over Pokemon Snap this past Wednesday, like before AEW. No way.
Not even kidding.
Dude, I manifested it. In my brain, dude. I'm serious. Like that is so funny. Oh my god, I'm so jealous. A lot of people. Here's one fun fact that people don't know about me is I used to actually be really, really good at DDR. Which is not an N64 game, but that's like just a really random fact that people just don't know. That
game was huge, especially when like the pads were out for like console, like when you didn't have to go to the arcade.
I used to go on DDRfreak.com and I would find machines nearby. There used to be a machine finder. I would go to the machine and play. I also even bought my parents, God bless them, they bought me a hard custom order dance pad. So like one that you would see in the like not the little soft one, but an actual
like you see like in the arcades, but
it didn't have the bars that you can hold on to when you're like fucking going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Bars you hold on to them so like you can go faster. But I used to have one of those too. I used to be so good at that game. I went to a competition once. It was really fun. I got really nervous and I didn't compete, but we had a whole dance routine and everything. It was really fun.
For DDR?
I used to print out. You used to be able to print out the dance arrows. You used to be able to print out a map of like a song, and I used to have all the CDs. I still have the CDs, and so I would practice. And what I would do is I would flip it because when you're at a competition, you want to flip and you want to do the opposite because you're standing facing like not the machine. So you want to have it memorized so you can do the steps and dance. It was so cool. I was such a nerd, dude.
I fucking love it.
Yeah, you can still find them on YouTube, like the things. And before I was pregnant, me and Scarlett, I used to do butterfly. Yes, bitch. Oh man. Oh, we can't do it because of copyright.
No, that's okay. We can show we can do it.
Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is my favorite. Like when I marked the F out when I saw that.
I figured I'd do like 8 to 10 seconds. I think we're okay on that.
Perfect.
Yeah. It was muted. I needed to put that out there. And he's like, oh, high score. Did I break it? What's that mean? What's high score?
Yeah, I love that. Oh man, he's so funny. Nick Swartzen. That's Nick Swartzen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to listen to all of his, because I used to listen to XM Channel 150 comedy, and so he was on there a lot. It was great.
Yeah, honestly, that's one of, like, that would be in my top 10, possibly top 5 favorite movies ever. Grandma's Boy. still
My favorite
love
comedy.
that.
That's probably my top. With Hot Rod.
I just watched that again the other day. It was still really funny.
Yeah, it's so. I mean, I've honestly I've never watched it not stoned.
Yeah.
Obviously I haven't been watching it lately, but it is literally, like, I will listen to "You're the Voice" in my car and scream it at the top of my lungs because it hypes me up, that song, just because it reminds me of the movie.
Yeah.
Like Baby Oil. Rub myself with Baby Oil. You're the voice, try to understand it. Make a choice and make it clear. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my God, such a good song. So good. Yeah, who did Ryback threaten?
I mean, yeah, I see Haley saying that about a Dallas Cowboys player. Not surprising. I think he recently wished death upon Dave Meltzer and Vince McMahon, so
Yeah.
like not a surprise. I talked about him on the last show enough, probably.
Yeah, we kind of like we were like thoughts and prayers to him, kind of trying to take the high road with that, just because he's clearly unwell, and it's unfortunate. TCU. Okay.
TCU. Wait, so what's going on with the Buckeyes today? Do they play or what's going on?
No, they don't play. They don't play until October 24th.
Oh, they're still still figuring out the beginning of the season stuff.
No, we got the schedule. We got to play Illinois. I believe it's Illinois or Indiana. I can't remember. One of the I's. And their quarterback's like, y'all sleeping on us. Which honestly, to be fair, we very well could be, because the college football landscape is drastically whack right now, because I mean, freaking LSU is a dumpster fire, even though they lost 10 starters. So I'm going to go check on Ryback and see what the hell he's doing.
He says
he still has not. He
threatened Zeke. You're like, Ezekiel.
No, he did not. That is my brother. Ezekiel is my brother. We follow each other on Twitter. No, he did not.
Oh shit.
He lost his check mark.
Ryback, yeah, he probably changed his handle. It was probably like WWE Ryback or some shit.
It's because Zeke wants to file a copyright for Feed Me, and I think Ryback has Feed Me More. Does he have Feed Me More or just Feed Me?
I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying though.
Because Zeke it's always been Feed Zeke. Ever since he was at Ohio State, it's been Feed Zeke. The NCAA actually, I'm not going to show my belly, but Zeke used to show his belly, right? He used to show his abs. He used to play like with a crop top. The NCAA actually made a rule because of Ezekiel Elliott that you couldn't show your midriff, because they thought it was a threat to their abdomen safety or something like that, because it's like your vital organs. But that was Zeke's thing. Chase Young, that played for Ohio State, who went like number 2 in the NFL draft, who now plays for the Washington football team, also did the same thing out of solidarity. A lot of players do. It's actually like it's a throwback look, obviously, but Zeke kind of made it trendy back again. He kind of brought it back. So Zeke, being freaking awesome, because he always goes like this. If you remember, Alabama fans, when we whooped your ass in the fucking Sugar Bowl, he kept doing that when he ran 86 yards through the heart of the South and whooped y'all and ran on a run that solidified the win for the Ohio State University for us to go on and win the national championship. He kept doing that. I just actually looked at my freaking from 5 years ago, my Facebook, when we played, I believe it was Michigan State, and we lost, and I was super pregnant. I was in Denver, Colorado, and I was crying. No, that was probably in November, because I was like super pregnant then. I literally said, feed Zeke. I'm going to look at that right now. Memories. And so it's always been his thing. So what did he do? Because he's a freaking gajillionaire, because when you play for Ohio State, that means you make a lot of money, i.e. Michael Thomas, the Bosa brothers, Chase Young, they're all making hella bank right now. you go and you get a tattoo. He got a tattoo of feed me across his stomach. What does he want to do? Because he's an entrepreneur and a gazillionaire, he wants to market that. But Ryback's being a fucking piece of shit because he thinks that he's better than him. Why don't you come to a compromise? Here we go, October 3rd, 2015, Denver, Colorado, because I was hospitalized. Feed Zeke. I can't see it.
Yep, there it is. It showed up for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Look, so don't even try.
when it's also it's two different things. If it's feed me versus feed me more, those are different things. So I don't even know what the problem is. Like, does Ryback act like, is he? I mean, I asked this question. It's rhetorical because I know the actual answer here, the pathetic answer. But does Ryback actually believe that when Ezekiel Elliott scores a touchdown and starts saying "feed me" or the announcers?
12 minutes ago, to be fair, to Ryback, he said, I have the rights to it in 3 categories. I'm blown away with the level of intelligence by some people. Feed me is the phrase. More is the universal word that gives it unlimited meaning, just do it. Okay, so if the more adds universal meaning, that means that Zeke couldn't file the copyright for feed me anyway because it's too general. So
Yeah.
what is your point, bro?
Well, that's what I was saying is, like, I don't know how Ryback could even get off on, like, making an argument because, like, nobody in the world is correlating Zeke celebrating and saying "feed me" with Ryback. Literally, no one's thinking, "Oh, he took this from Ryback." Like, no one thinks of Ryback.
Cereal.
Yeah, well, you think of anything but Ryback because Ryback's irrelevant as fuck when it comes to everything. Like no one wants to hire him to wrestle. He pisses everybody off on Twitter. Like, the guy is a complete asshole. Like, so, like, he has nothing to do with Ezekiel Elliott. There's not one person watching football when Ezekiel Elliott says "feed me" or the announcer says "feed me" or he does a "feed me" gesture who in their mind at all is going, "Oh, that's like Ryback." Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, even I don't ever remember, because obviously as an Ohio State super fan, I say all the time, feed Zeke. And I always associate feed Zeke. Feed Zeke. I never think feed me more or feed me. I'm always feed Zeke, which is what I think Zeke should copyright or trademark, because that just makes sense. If he wanted to trademark listen, with all fairness to Ryback, if Zeke wanted to trademark "feed me more," I would say no. That's Ryback's thing. That's all he has left, you know? The fact that WWE didn't copyright that or trademark it before him is a damn miracle. He's got a whole company, Feed Me More Nutrition, with that. So I can completely see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can completely understand that. But the fact that you're going to go, like, shit all over Ezekiel Elliott because he says the same thing, feed him. It's feed him the football. Feed him the yardage. Feed him the snaps. Because Ezekiel Elliott can punch through. Did you not see him, like, a couple of weeks ago pancake a defender into the end zone for a touchdown? Zeke is a beast. He's a monster. Like, ever since high school, he's been like that. I mean, you know, at Ohio State, without him, we would not have won against Alabama or Oregon. Like, that's, like I said, 5 years ago, today, of all things, I posted, feed Zeke. It's his thing.
Yeah. Well, and this also, like, this is off of, so, like, this is how much of a douchebag Ryback is. So somebody tweets at him saying, "Literally have never heard of you ever."
Be careful. He would be petty and try and copyright claim this video.
I don't give. You can't copyright claim somebody for showing their tweets. That's completely impossible.
Free publicity, right? Okay, first of all, disclaimer: do not go and send any hate or bullying to Ryback. We are above that. Let's all be above that, and let's wish him well, and let's hope that he finds peace in his heart.
Sure. So Ryback said, or somebody says to Ryback, "Literally have never heard of you ever. The entire world knows who Zeke is, so please sit down," which is a fair point. Like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Like, I've never heard of you. This has nothing to do with you. Ryback, "Hey, Doug, thanks for messaging me. Guess you know me now, huh? Winking smiley face. Have a great day, and remember, I'm known worldwide by millions and millions of great fans, and I've won a championship with my prime years to come still. Oh, and I own hashtag Feed Me More. Stay strong, dude. Yeah, nice humble brag. Like millions of dude.
He owns the hashtag.
Well, you can't own the hashtag, so that makes no sense either. I don't think you can copyright a hashtag. I don't think that's possible. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. It sounds like you're looking it up. And then, like, you want a championship in your that's not real, dude. Like, what championship did you win, by the way? You won the tag team titles? Like, big fucking deal. They never gave you the WWE title. And with your prime years still to come, what are you talking about? Like, no one hired you since you left the WWE. Like, your prime years, they don't exist. Your prime years should be right now when no one wants to work with you. This level of delusion is insane to me. Like, and this just piggybacks on what I was saying last week. I've dealt personally with this guy before. I just had no time for this. This is insane. This is insane talk. What an ego you have to this, to be tweeting these things at people.
Hold on, let me see.
Oh, the IC title. Yeah, I guess the IC title. Because I don't think he ever even won the tag team titles.
No, he won the Intercontinental. I remember that. Feed Me More is, he does have Feed Me More. I'm looking. It's live. It's for a website. Filed it on August 1st, 2016, which is after I tweeted or posted Feed Zeke. So, however, he did, which is dead. This is dead. He filed and then abandoned on March 12th, 2015. Zeke was playing and winning. We won the championship in 2014. So technically, Feed Zeke has been around for a lot longer than Ryback's. Feed Me More. Dietary and nutritional supplements. First used in commerce, blah, blah, blah. Registration date 2016. So technically Zeke was first. If I'm looking at all this right, let me look at the other dead one. 2013, 2012. What was this? Applicant. No, that's not him.
And yeah, JGZ, you're right. I remember that now. Him winning after Daniel Bryan had to give the title up. So yeah, he did do that. But once again, that's still not, like, is that really that much to gloat about in comparison to, like, Ezekiel Elliott and where he's at in his career and stuff? I mean, come on. Like, the overall point I'm making is that nobody's making the comparison. The only people who would make that comparison are going to be, like, super nerd wrestling fans like us that, like, see that and they're like, oh, I remember Ryback doing that. But once again, he hasn't been on the television in years. Like, no, this is not it's not some, like, worldwide super well-known, super relevant celebrity right now who's, like, out there in the world talking about Feed Me More all the time and Zeke stole your shit. Like, it's the exact opposite. It's insane.
Oh, sorry. I misread something as I misread photographic as pornographic, and I was like, what does a standard character mark mean? So technically, I mean, you could make the argument that Zeke did it first. Standard character mark. Use to register words, letters, or numbers in any combination thereof. It doesn't lay claim to any particular font style, size, color, or design element. In other words, a single word mark protects the phrase regardless of how the words are displayed. So, let's see. What is standard character mark? Versus. I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know why this is an argument. I don't know why this is a fight. I don't think Zeke gives a rat's ass, honestly. I think he's focused on winning a Super Bowl. I mean, in all honestly, if Zeke really does care, he could just buy it off of him. Zeke's got enough money.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
But don't be wishing. I didn't see him. Cool King. Hey, Jessi, can you unblock me on Twitter so we can be friends again? Thank you for the super chat, super duper much. I really, really appreciate that. I don't know what your Twitter username is. So, and I mass block a lot of people because they are jerks to me. So if you were a jerk to me and you were really rude to me, I'm gonna go ahead and say no. But if it was like an honest mistake, I am absolutely willing to right wrongs. But I don't know why I blocked you necessarily. That's probably a conversation not for. Well, I guess we couldn't have it on Twitter. But yeah, I mean, I'm willing to open the floor, but I will not be fooled again. I don't know what the hell happened. I don't really remember blocking somebody like with the same name. I don't remember at all. So I don't know why I did. It's the same name as that. I don't remember why I blocked you. I will have to go back and look because I don't remember having beef with you. It could have just been that you liked a tweet associated with bad things about me, or you replied with it. If you like or retweet anything that is literally just about me and it's about like really making fun of me a lot, I will absolutely block you without hesitation because I do not need that negativity in my life. It's my Twitter feed. I can control what I want to see. And if honestly, if you hate me that much, I'm doing you a favor. So, could have been a mistake. It could have honestly been a mistake. Sometimes my phone's in my pocket and like I followed a Twitter list the other day because it was in my pocket. It's weird. So stuff happens, but I will definitely look into it. Cool King. If I don't do it today, just remind me on a stream, and we can definitely look into it. If I did do it on accident, I'm sorry. So yeah. But anyways, thank you so much for the super chat, though. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it too.
Oh, okay. I see what you said. Okay, yeah. I'll go back and look. I will.
Yeah, Cool King. I mean, if you want to throw like $100 super chat our way, like you can say whatever the fuck you want about me online. I won't care. I won't block you. You can call me any name you want for $100. That's my sellout price. No, I'm thinking for just myself. Jesse's can keep you blocked, do whatever she wants, but I'm just saying. You can say whatever you want about me if you give me $100. That's my sellout price, about $100.
Honestly, if that's like your kink and you pay me money, I'll be fine with it. I mean, it's money, but yeah, my thing is and I hope people understand it's not me trying to be like hiding like vanity or anything. I just like, especially after like the whole Sonya Deville thing, I think not that I'm to her level or that would ever happen, but I do have a family. I have a private life. Like I try to live a very private life outside of Twitter, and I have to protect my daughter and her safety at all costs and my family's at all costs. And I just don't have time to, because I feel like there's a bunch of people out there that are like probably literal psychopaths who hate me for no reason, and it freaks me out. I mean, I have my house locked down, locked and loaded, if you know what I'm saying, and we have security cameras everywhere, just because people are freaking weird. And I've had things happen to me in my past that also we've talked about on here that just put my guard up a lot. And I'm a mother first and foremost, and anything that jeopardizes my daughter's safety is unacceptable, and I don't care. But like, I mean, you can talk bad about me all you want. It's a free country. I just don't want to have to see it, and I don't want it to take away any joy from what I watch, and I don't want it to take away any joy from my private life outside of Twitter.
It's understandable. And Cool King says I'm cool, so if you say I'm cool and you're the Cool King, then I must be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, the king of cool. Verified. But yeah, Zeke.
Cool.
I'm gonna go to my time hop because I don't want. Well, you can't add me as a friend on Facebook anyway. If you tried, I have it turned off. So.
Are you talking to me directly? I'm already friends with you on Facebook.
No, you're already friends.
No, I'm kidding. I'm fucking around.
But I want to like just post and make a point about this.
JGZ, I love this channel. Steven and Jessi are super cool. I appreciate that, JGZ. You're a loyal fan, fan. I hate saying that. I don't mean to use that word. You're a very loyal viewer of the and a contributor here in the chat. I appreciate you, JGZ. We see you here all the time.
Yes. Cancel.
Richard Thomas. Hey man, we addressed that earlier in the show. If you want to watch the replay.
Yes.
We talk all about Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly and our thoughts on all that stuff. But I think there's a lot of ways they can go with it, and I'm really looking forward to O'Reilly versus Finn tonight. So.
Yes. Video. Let me see. This was 2015. I'm just saying.
Cool King just followed me on Twitter. All right, man, this is your chance. I know you're saying I'm cool, and you're saying there was a mistake with Jessi. Unless you give me $100, if you start saying fucked up stuff, I'm gonna have to block you too. Just keep that in mind, man.
That's right.
And obviously, I'm kidding about that, y'all. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
but it's just I'm just being silly. I'm not gonna ever ask somebody money to follow me or talk shit about me or whatever. I'm just fucking around. But yeah, I appreciate it, Cool King. As long as you're cool, I got no problem with you.
Right. Well, you want to go over the sponsors and stuff?
Yeah. I wonder if anyone's here. Yo! Yeah, my brother's still not here. I bet you anything he finished training people today, and then he went home to shower, and then he fell asleep on his fucking couch. I bet you anything that's what happened. Because we should have a crock pot going right now. And
yeah, you should. My
do.
crock pot cooks shit quick, though.
It depends on what it is. Sometimes, the chicken stuff can usually go pretty quick. But if we do a roast or something that takes all night, and I don't know what he's feeling right now. So for all I know, what's probably gonna wind up happening is I'll end up getting a call right as the UFC is starting at 10:30, and he's be like, "Bro, fell asleep. I'm on the way to Domino's to grab pizza." It's probably exactly what's gonna wind up happening. A couple more things here before I get to the sponsors. Richard Thomas, I'll go back and rewatch. Got caught up with the Tennessee football game. Yeah, totally understandable, man. Enjoy your college football and check out the show whenever you get a chance.
Yes. I'm watching. TCU might freaking blow it again. 2:26 left in the fourth. 2nd and 8. Oh, never mind. Freaking Texas must have turned it over on downs. I don't know what happened. I thought Texas was about to score, but I really freaking hope that Texas loses. Sorry, that was random.
You're good. JGZ says, will we see Kyle do the air guitar? I hope if he wins the title, he better do it. What's in the crock pot today? Haley, I'm not sure yet. We did chicken last night, so probably... I really don't know. That's a really good question. It really depends on if my brother is awake and hitting the store and what he has in mind. Because I'm pretty easy when it comes to stuff. I like pretty much everything. What did he just?
Texas fumbled at the 2-yard line, and TCU took it over. I thought they turned it over on downs, but they didn't. So it's even better.
Well, there you go.
Haha. Tom Herman's snitch. Tom Herman's a snitch.
College football is very similar to politics. Everyone gets on their side with their teams, and then it's just all nonsense to me at the end of the day. One person winds up winning.
It's nonsense that doesn't, you know what I mean? It's nonsense, but everybody knows it's nonsense.
Well, kind of, because I've also been to Florida Georgia games a few times where people were literally beating the shit out of each other.
That's SEC, honey. That don't count. Count.
I'm just saying
garbage.
Well, that's what I've grown up around is all that. So it's to me, college football fans are a bunch of trash for the most part. But I get it as a fan of. Well, no, you know what I'm saying. People who are willing to literally fight each other in parking lots over colleges that they didn't even go to a lot of the time.
Bro.
Come on.
Yeah,
come
usually
on.
People that are fighting did not go to school.
Didn't even go to school there.
Very true.
It happens so often. Where I'm what? You willing to literally kill someone over this? You've never even been to the fucking campus. Get the fuck out of here. Now I get shit sometimes because I'm a Vikings fan, and this goes with football as well. I've seen plenty of drunk NFL fans that fight each other at games and call each other names. This isn't exclusive to college football. This isn't exclusive to a particular sport. I've just seen it a lot with college football because there's so much alcohol and so much shit talking and so much fighting and so many dudes with their fucking shirts off trying to be macho around each other and so much posturing to try to pick up sorority chicks along the way. You know, it's like but that's the truth. I mean, that's college football to me. It's like way too much alcohol, just complete belligerence, fights, people with their shirts off and trying to get laid. Like it's like that's
college.
but here to be fair, I fucking loved that shit when I was in college too. So fuck it. But at 32 years old, when I see that shit, I'm like, I can't believe, So now
Ohio State has a song. I want to go back to Ohio State to old Columbus down.
Well, and here's the thing. The one thing that I do really like about college football, the one thing about all of that I can say on the flip side, is it must feel so fucking good to win a national championship. Because,
on another level, dog. On another level.
Because you have to endure, because you have to either, because I feel like as a major college football fan, you can't just sit back and not talk any shit back because so much shit is being talked about you constantly that you have to be giving it back as well. So it's just a constant fight between you and all the other fans. But if your team wins, you have like the ultimate fucking bragging rights. So like,
it's the ultimate eat shit moment. Like, you can say eat shit to literally every team out there. Especially like when Ohio State won the national championship with our third string quarterback, Braxton Miller goes down at the beginning before the season. So we get JT Barrett. JT Barrett gets us through the season. Last game, the game against that team up north, breaks his freaking leg. So we have to start in the Big Ten championship game. Our third string quarterback, Cardale Jones. Everyone's laughing at us. No way. We go in there. We whoop Wisconsin 59-0. Then we have to go. We get in the last spot. Reminding you that we had lost to Virginia Tech, an unranked Virginia Tech, earlier in the year. We were done. We were toast. Like, everyone thought we were done because we lost to Virginia Tech. We get that last spot over TCU, ironically enough, to go play in the playoffs. But who do we have to play? The juggernaut, Alabama. And whose ass do we whoop? Alabama's. And then we have to go play Oregon, who has this super speedy, no-huddle offense. How can you stop them? Marcus Mariota, Heisman winner. What are we going to do? They put 50 points on Florida State that year in the Rose Bowl to get to the national championship game. They won by 40 points against Florida State. And we go in there with our third string quarterback and beat them 41-21. I think it's 41-14. I don't know. But it is the ultimate eat shit moment. You get to tell everyone to kiss your ass. You get to say, I told you. That was... And then the last time we won, I'm going on a rant, but the last time we won was 2002. We beat University of Miami in a double overtime game. Oh, so good. It's the best.
So I get all that. As long as you're like loyal to the team and whatnot. But it's yeah. But my perspective is kind of what I've been saying. Like every time I mean when I was in college and I went to Georgia Southern football games, like I went to Well, no, I'm just saying, I went to the school, like, I was cheering for my team, like, and that was it, like, and we all got drunk and had a good time or whatever. I go to UGA football games, and no one there went to the fucking school. Like, it's all these people that are, fucking UGA, like, willing to kill people. Willing to kill people over it, because, like
the guy I show you all the time.
Yeah, that guy. The guy cutting wrestling promos out in the desert.
My favorite. I'm here, Death Throats.
Yeah.
Virus.
And also, I'll also defend a little bit because I've gotten shit before about like, well, you're not from Minnesota and you're a Vikings fan. Well, that's fair. I know I lived in Minnesota for a very short time when I was younger, but my perspective of it is my whole dad side of the family is from there. Dad, grandpa, uncle, everybody, grandma. And when I was growing up and learning about football, that we were always going to the bar and watching Vikings games. Like, so that was always my team growing up because by way of my family. My grandfather was a season ticket holder from the time a year before they were even a team, up until like the time he died a couple years ago. Like it's really ingrained in me, and I can understand that as well for like a college. So I have to be fair about that. Maybe your grandpa went to UGA, your dad went to UGA. Just because you didn't doesn't mean you can't be a UGA fan. Like that. I have to be fair about that too. But I'm also, I don't know. I don't know. It's the whole. I'll just put it this way. I've been to Florida versus Georgia like 5 times, and like in Jacksonville, and it's a lot of fun. But you see the lowest common denominator of human trash all over that fucking place.
Okay. I could go on a rant for an hour about how horrible University of Florida fans are. Not only do I live in this state, but I went to the 2006 BCS National Championship game when Florida beat us 41-14. A national championship game, which tickets are not cheap. My mom happened to get them for free because she's a boss ass bitch, and she's like, she had agents and stuff that got her the tickets or whatever. And so we went, but those tickets are not cheap. Those fans are still trash. I was 17 years old. I had beer thrown on me. Yeah. I was spit on. We were they got in our way and refused to let us leave the stadium. They were like, "Where are you going? Where are you going? Why are you leaving?" Like, we're getting our ass beat. We just flew all the way out here. Like, can you please let us go? Like, and they were just drunk and belligerent. Garbage, scum, swamp of the earth human beings. Sorry to my kindergarten teacher. You're the exception. Mrs. Huguenin, I'm sorry. You're the one Gator that I like. Sorry to the elite, but I'm sure even you know it. You know how bad your fans are. They are trash. I live in this state. I deal with them all the time. They are just like, can we talk about how fucking obnoxious that is?
I mean, I think that's. I'll give that credit though. That's smart. It looks like a gator. I mean, why the fuck not?
It looks like a gator.
It looks like a gator. Well, that's
like a gator.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I could literally apply everything you're saying about Florida fans to Georgia fans to any other. It's all the same shit. Like, the only funny thing to me about the Gators is like the very particular like kind of roasts and flexes fans will put on them. Where like you'll go to the game like Florida Georgia or whatever, and there will be people with giant signs with tally marks of like jorts counting, like how many.
Jorts. I said jorts. Great, because they are. Oh my God! Yes, ha ha. Sorry, TCU beat Texas. Eat shit, Tom Herman. You fucking snitch.
So like the elite saying Florida State and Miami fans. See, the thing is,
State fans are pretty shitty too, and Miami fans are nasty.
But this is all proving my point. Everything you're saying right now is proving my point. Well, no, it's literally every team but Ohio State is gonna be trash to you. Like every one of them.
Ohio State fans can be shitty, but most of them get shunned out. I will say that the Pac-12 actually, like the games that I've been to, Pac-12 has really decent fans. Big 12 actually does have decent fans. When Ohio State played Texas, we had a series 2006, 2007, or 2005, 2006. We actually, like, my parents went to the game that was at, it was in Texas because we lived in Texas. And I will tell you, even though I don't like Texas right now, their fans are like the nicest people ever. Like, they are super nice and super respectful. I just really like Texas fans. I love you. I just don't like your coach. He's a snitch. I don't like your coach. So that's my only beef with them. They're super nice. Big Ten schools, other than that team up north and Penn State, their fans are pretty cool. And actually, one of my really good friends is a Penn State fan. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, but I feel like in general, the SEC and the ACC are the worst.
Well, maybe that's a fair assessment. I don't know enough about all the conferences to dispute it, so I'm just going to go with what you're saying. And Captain Keys, also, good point. So, Captain Keys, thank you for joining. This dude used to watch my Twitch streams like years back.
Yeah.
And he's a Minnesota Vikings fan as well. Says, haha, keep the Vikings tanking. Lawrence or Jesse's team quarterback Fields in the draft. So
I would go with Lawrence. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think I don't like the idea of tanking. I get where you're going with that, but it's not looking good for the Vikings. I will say that, but They're 0-3. They're playing another 0-3 team this week, even though that 0-3 team has gone up against three of the best teams in the NFL. So it's like it's kind of it's going to be tough this week as well. But like we have Atlanta coming up soon. Atlanta's sucked. We have some winnable matches coming up soon. And I think we need to be considering what's next after Kirk Cousins if he doesn't pan out, for sure. But I don't necessarily think tanking is the right thing to do because I still think we could still potentially wind up at like 9 or 7 or 10-6 or something potentially. Still make the playoffs as a wild card team. I think the Packers are going to win the division. But I think it's... Captain Key says not tanking by choice. Yeah, I mean, that's fair too. We might just straight up lose all the fucking games this season. I mean, that might also happen. But... I see a lot of Vikings fans calling for us to intentionally tank to get a new quarterback in the draft for the future, but I think you can't be doing that. And that's the other thing. Tanking doesn't work out that much for teams. Like, a lot of times you get, like, that first overall pick, and they wind up being a gigantic fucking bust, and you were better off with the dude who would have got drafted in, like, the second round or something. So, like, I don't subscribe to the whole tanking thing. I've heard other people talk about it too on podcasts and stuff, and I think that I kind of subscribe to the idea that you should draft the best players available to you and then work around their skills. You shouldn't draft people because they fit a specific, you need you're low on, your second stream cornerback, so you need, but like this awesome wide receiver is there. We'll go for the better wide receiver and we'll figure it out. We'll get a different cornerbacks in another spot, get the best players you can and then figure out how to play to their strengths. I think that's what good coaching is like get the talent and then figure out how to use them.
Not everyone can be Bill Belichick and draft like savants.
Yeah, I mean, part of that's been luck and part of that's been just incredible game planning and strategy.
Exactly.
And discipline. Like, you get to New England and it's
Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Except for he just tested positive for you know what.
Right, but yeah, that has nothing to do with the team though. But that's the thing is with Belichick, like you go into that team and like it's Belichick's team, and if you're fucking up, they just get rid of you. It's super simple. It's very black and white. You want to come to a team that's proven we can win Super Bowls and give you a chance to win a Super Bowl, come play by our rules. I think that's part of why Brady's not there anymore. I think Brady probably went to Belichick a bunch these past couple seasons and was like, hey, like, I really want this, I want that, I want this receiver, I want that receiver. And Belichick's probably, I got to give credit to Tom Brady. I think he's one of the best quarterbacks ever. But Belichick's probably sitting there going, you realize the reason we're so good is because I haven't been listening to you, right? Like, just let me keep doing my thing. like you like winning 6 Super Bowls, right? Like, how about we just keep doing what I want to do because it's working? And if you're not cool with that, you can go play somewhere else, and I'll go get Cam Newton, or any quarterback winds up with Cam Newton, and they're winning with him too. So, like, it's the system. I think Brady's going to be fine in Tampa Bay. I think he's still a great quarterback, but I think you could insert a lot of different quarterbacks in New England and you have success, so.
Oh, yeah, I live in Buccaneer country, so it's been what everyone's been talking about.
Their defense looks really good. I think
their defense does, yeah.
Yeah.
Their offense is just, I just get worried because Tom Brady's old and he's already had one torn ACL. And,
Yeah, I get that. I get that too. But I mean, to be honest, if the Vikings, for instance, would be like my example, I would take Tom Brady right now, 1 or 2 good seasons out of Tom Brady over the next 5 years of Kirk Cousins any day of the week. Any day of the week.
Too, if I were
right. And same with, Tampa, it's like, it was him or Jameis, right? And it's like, Jameis...
God, Jameis, 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. Freaking 30 for 30. It was beautiful.
Exactly. It's one of those things where it's a real mixed bag with him. With Brady, it's exciting. It's exciting, and it's the unknown, but it's also like, Tom Brady is not going to accept being on an 8-8 team. You're guaranteed at least a winning season out of the guy. So.
Sorry, it's a funny tweet. Texas is not back.
Texas is not back.
Yeah, everyone says, is Texas back? Texas is back. Texas is not back. They're not back because they lost. It's harder to go 0-16 than 16-0. Then the Browns should have won a damn Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Where we had a parade too. It is not that hard if you're a Browns fan to go 0-16. I'm just saying, it's really easy.
Well, in this year, the Jets, like, I looked at their upcoming schedule because they're 0-3 also. There's
Poor Joe Flacco.
dude, there's a legitimate chance that I mean, I don't think they're going to go 0-16, but, like, it might be, like, 1-15 or 2-14 or whatever. Like, it's looking real bad for them, too. I mean, shit, the way the Vikings are playing, it's possible also. I mean, they need to win some fucking games. I mean, this can be applied to a lot of fucking teams right now.
Browns are 2-1. I don't know how the fuck that happened.
Well, I think Kevin Stefanski's a really good coach.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
He's cute.
That's what that was a big thing when he was with Minnesota for all those years. I'd hear that all the time. That was like a big thing with the women with him. Was always like they didn't, whether they knew about football or not, they were like a fan of his. You know what I mean?
He's easy. He's a lot easier on the eyes than Freddie Kitchens. That's for sure. My favorite meme ever about Freddie Kitchens was Freddie Kitchens looks like the kind of guy that would take a bite of a dog biscuit, accidentally realize it's a dog biscuit and still continue to eat it anyway.
That's such a random fucking thing to say about somebody. That's so funny though.
Random and specific. Just if you look at him, he looks like a Bubba who would definitely be like, "This tastes funny. Oh, this is dog biscuit. Well, hell, I guess I like dog biscuits then." Keep going. He's got a lot of fiber in him. I'll be shitting these things out for weeks. Honey, call the plumber in advance. We got to make an appointment.
That's when you know there's a real fucking problem, is when you're calling the plumber in advance to make sure that they're available.
I have a problem. I know I'm gonna have a problem.
Oh man.
Has anyone ever done that? I wonder.
I don't know. I would if I was like, I mean, you have to imagine like,
if you're going in for a colonoscopy and you gotta clear out.
I'd imagine that Joey Chestnut has one set up for July 5th for every year. Dude eats 75 hot dogs on the 4th of July. Like, something's gotta give.
There's gonna be fireworks. I'm just saying.
Yeah. But shout out to Joey Chestnut, who keeps liking my tweets about Fall Guys. Love it. I dress up as the hot dog for him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll yeah.
Conclusion.
What's that?
I said in conclusion. Here's our sponsor.
Make sure to check out Music City Toys and Collectibles. If any of y'all have any last minute super chats or donations, now's the time. I'm gonna read through our sponsors. If there's anything y'all send while I'm reading these out, we will make sure, after I'm done talking, after Jesse's done talking, we will make sure to still answer any of your questions or read any of your predictions for NXT or whatever you got for us. And as always, make sure to like, subscribe, all that stuff. It helps out a lot. Obviously, we've hit over 10,000 subscribers now, which is amazing. And we are going to be doing a big giveaway for the subscribers very soon, so stay tuned for that and all that stuff. So keep in mind all of those good things as I'm reading about Heroes and Legends, which is the best place to go for wrestling action figures and DVD and pro wrestling memorabilia and autographs and everything you can think of. I do consistent business with them. They have a VIP group for regular buyers where you get even better deals and you get kind of first dibs on stuff before the general public. They do Facebook live auctions and stuff, so you literally will see they'll have like an action figure and they'll tell you how much it is, and you comment comment that you want it. They invoice you over Facebook Messenger and send you something through PayPal the next day. Super easy to use. Super nice people. They're I don't know what else to say. They're really nice people. And they do fair business. I mean, I say it all the time. There's plenty of times I'm obviously a collector of a bunch of stuff. I'll see something on eBay that I want for like $15. I'll hit up or they used to be called Heroes and Legends. I'll hit up Music City Toys and Collectibles, and I'll be like, "Yo, I found this on eBay. Do you have any of these lying around?" And sometimes they're like, "Oh yeah, I can do that for like $5, which include the shipping and that." And it's like, oh, okay, I can save money, I get it faster, and there's perks to knowing these people. So they do conventions and everything. When things get back to normal, they do booths, and they bring wrestlers and MMA fighters and stuff with them, and they're awesome people. So just make sure to check them out on all social media. That's just search Music City Toys and Collectibles. Also, excuse me, shout out to my brother Brian Jensen. He is a boxing coach. He helps with Parkinson's Foundations. Does a whole bunch of stuff. He can help you reach your goals. If you want to learn how to throw hands, get in better shape, want to compete professionally or at an amateur level, you want to just learn some self-defense, whatever it is, Brian can help you out. If you're in the Atlanta, Georgia area, he owns Steel Boxing and Athletics, a small gym in Atlanta. He also works with LDBF, Parkinson's Foundations, and the new YOPD mentoring team that I am helping put together through the website and stuff too. So there's a lot of really good stuff going on with him. He can meet you in person at his gym. He can meet you in person at your office, at your house, in a park, whatever you want to do, whatever's easy for you. Or if you want to do an online class anywhere in the world, hit him up on Zoom. He can help you out. His Instagram handle is BoxingATL. That's BoxingATL. Just shoot him a message, and I promise you, especially if you tell him that you heard about him through me and Jesse, he will give you a really, really, really good deal on whatever you're looking to do. So once again, that's Brian Jensen. Get a knockout workout without getting knocked out. Hit him up on Instagram at BoxingATL. And last but never least, we've got WrestleRumble.com. There is a killer belt giveaway, which I am just now seeing for the first time.
What? There's another one?
So this is going to be first prize. These are $1 entries. First prize, Hardcore Championship and a custom Jason mask from Friday the 13th, Part 3. That's pretty cool. I'm not a horror fan, but I mean, I would love that prize, especially with the Hardcore title. Second prize is going to be the Fiend Championship and a custom Jason mask from Friday the 13th. So, very cool.
For Hell in a Cell?
I would imagine. Yeah, whatever the next WWE... Oh, yeah, here it is. Sunday, October 25th, right after Hell in a Cell. Solid Monster will be reading it out live on his post show, as he always does. We also have the third place prize, which is going to be a Jeff Hardy championship belt. That's random. That's cool, though.
That's really cool.
And fourth prize, 2 mystery belts. That's wild. So, I mean, they're giving away...
They must be making bank. Good for them.
Yeah, I think there was over 6,000 entries on the last raffle.
Holy smokes.
So it's amazing. They're just reinvesting it right back into these contests, and usually on these raffles, it's usually one person wins a whole bunch of stuff. On this one, there's going to be 4 different winners, and there's like a whole bunch of title belts and these Jason masks on the line and stuff, which is really cool. So, hell yeah. So check them out, WrestleRumble.com, and also make sure to follow them on social media at WrestleRumble to stay up to date with all their contests and to, be a part of these be a part of these raffles. So yeah, thank you to all of our sponsors, and you can find me on Twitter at FightTalk_, FIGHTTALK_. Got the Twitch channel that I talked about earlier as well, twitch.tv/FightTalk_. Should have another video going up on all things MMA pretty soon if you're into mixed martial arts. Got my other podcasts and all that stuff. Just stay on my Twitter. That's the best way to find out what's going on with me. And Jesse, I'm going to get you pulled up on Twitter right now as well.
Woohoo! Yeah, so the best way to, see these live streams every single time or get notified when we do go live is to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We just hit 10K. We're going to do a giveaway. How are you going to know when that giveaway is going to be happening and what's going to be entailed in the giveaway? Well, you got to subscribe. You got to subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's the best way to get the notifications, get the alerts, set the reminders, go all in. We love our chat. We love our super chatters. We love our actual chat. Everyone in here is absolutely fantastic. Each and every one of you is great. We appreciate you so much. If you do like this video and you like what you see, please do give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends. The thumbs up really helps us into the algorithm, really gets us more like-minded people, like y'all amazing people, into the chat so we can have more discussion, more ideas. I think I am one of those people, and Steven is as well, that we think more input and more ideas means better YouTube podcasting. It makes for a better show, and we love hearing different perspectives. It gives us also new ideas as well, and we appreciate it a lot. So please do give this video a thumbs up if you did like what you see today, and if you really like what you saw, please do subscribe to the channel. the best way to get into contact with me and see what I'm doing and my live tweets about wrestling is on my Twitter at Jessi the Buckeye. The Twitter handle is below, right below me, or right over here. That's where I'll be live tweeting. However, if you want to DM me, if you want to like really talk to me like literally every day, if you want to be cool with me, if you want to talk, if you want to see more of me than most people do, then go to my OnlyFans, onlyfans.com/Jessi the Buckeye. Same as my Twitter handle. It is in my bio on Twitter. That's the best way to directly support me other than this YouTube channel. It is the best way to support me and my family. It is my source of income. It is very important to me. I take it very seriously. I do a lot of fun stuff on there. Got a lot of fun stuff planned. So please do, if you have the means, please do subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me. I've been doing a lot of like voice things and stuff like that. And I'm going to have I think I have a photo set I'm going to drop today. So lots of exciting stuff there. So those are the best ways to contact me. I don't really answer my DMs on Twitter just because they're crap. So if you ever want to talk to me, get into contact with me, please go to my OnlyFans. I answer messages literally every day, multiple times a day. So that's the best way to contact me. That's all that I have. I don't know when we'll be on here next. I'm assuming Tuesday or something.
Yeah, probably Tuesday. I would guess probably Tuesday around, what, like 2 or 3, something like that?
Yeah, 3 probably.
Yeah, that's Tuesday. Yeah, I think Tuesday should probably work for me too. So let's plan on that for everybody.
Yes, let's plan on that. Subscribe and you'll find out. But thank you everyone. Enjoy NXT. So yeah.
Yeah, I second that. Everyone enjoy NXT Takeover 31 tomorrow. Hopefully on Tuesday we're talking about brand new NXT Heavyweight Champion Kyle O'Reilly. That would be so cool to be able to say that. But yeah, we'll see y'all next time. Have a good one. Have a good rest of your weekend. And I didn't plug it, but if you're a Fightful Select subscriber, which you should be,
yes, please.
I'll be doing the Weekender tomorrow. So every Sunday I do the Fightful Select Weekender, talk about a whole bunch of pro wrestling, usually about an hour-long podcast, give or take. So that'll be coming out tomorrow before the 1 o'clock NFL games. I always record that during football season, right before the game starts. So check that out if y'all want to. So.
Yes.
Thank y'all very much. Have a good one.